everybody, Jennifer from Scrapping Under the Influence. This one is going to be a super simple card. So I just have an A2 card base, top folding. I have a piece of Maker Forte telephone box cardstock that is cut to fit the exact front of this card that we're going to attach there. And then I have a piece of the Eclipse Black Maker Forte cardstock. And these little like claw mark dies that I bought, they're Tim Holtz. I don't even know how long I've had them. It's been forever. And what I'm going to do, because I've kind of got them where I want them at this point, so I'm going to just put some tape down over the top just to keep them where I want them. Okay, and I'm going to run this through my die cut machine and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have attached my red to my card base. So now I'm going to just very carefully take my dies off because some of them did go like all the way to the edge. Well, at least one of them did. Now two of them it looks like, which is fine. We will still get the look that I'm going for. So I just want to be careful that I don't pull the rest of this apart. So this is going to go on here like so. However, I really was thinking I was going to make this a shaker card. So I am going to grab a piece of acetate, and this is actually scrap from that clear photo cube box I did from one of the versions that did not work correctly, so I just held on to the pieces because I knew I'd end up using them for something. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach this piece to my acetate, okay, and I'm going to do that with some tape. Why am I not seeing my tape? Okay, I'm going to have to use this. This is not ideal, but it will work. So I'm going to just kind of try not to go over any of the openings. And I'm just going to get tape on here where I can. I mean, ultimately it's going to be fine, but here, there, oops. And across up here, maybe get one more little piece there. Okay, so let me grab my little pokey tool, and I'm going to start at the bottom here. Get the backing off my tape. And I'm only going to go up part way because we'll get this bottom section on and centered and whatnot, and then we'll kind of fold it back and get the rest of our tape. Maybe. Or not. Come on. Up. The acetate and the black cardstock are cut to the same size, so that should be easy enough. Okay, I'm just going to roll that back, figure out where else I have tape that I need to get. places. If you didn't want to make this a shaker, obviously you don't have to. I just thought it would look kind of neat. I've had this die set for, I honestly don't even know how long, years. And the only time I've ever used it was I did a t-shirt for my son with the Cricut infusible ink. That was a dinosaur, like a velociraptor. And you know, I had that like all cut and weeded and everything, went to put it on the shirt, and I was like, well, it's cute, but it needs something. So I actually took these dies and I cut pieces of the infusible ink, because yeah, I don't have a sublimation printer. I don't do it that often to like, you know, do it, you know, in any like capacity, you know, beyond that. But I use those little slashes to cut some with that infusible ink and put them on the shirt, and honestly, it was so cute when I was done. I was like, it was one of those moments where I was like, holy wow, that worked better than expected. That looks really good. That did not ruin the shirt. Okay, so that's ready to go. So now I need my little bitty foam strips somewhere here. I don't know where they've disappeared to. There they are. It's like, I know I've got them. Okay, so these are the little tiny ones. They're like 1/8 of an inch, which is what we're gonna want for this. So I'm gonna run along the bottom here, and I'm gonna do this totally backwards of how you typically would do a shaker card, because I always do these backwards, and you guys should probably know this by now. If you've watched me do them on books or anything, you know this. I do it totally weird compared to how most people do shakers. And no, I didn't go all the way to the corner there because it's not really going to be necessary. Although then from the side of the card it would look better if I did, so actually I have to pull that one up. Ooh, well, okay. I guess that's what I'm doing. Okay, well that was fun. It happens. I've done weirder things. You guys have no idea. Half the time you guys don't see all the weird things I do and go, well, that didn't work. Okay, I'm just going to put that in next to it like so, because it's not going to matter ultimately. I think we're only going to do the one layer of the foam tape because we'll probably end up popping up our sentiment as soon as I remember which one I was going to use on this one. Because we've had one epic fail so far that will never see the light of day, which, you know, again, it happens more often than you would imagine. It was kind of sad because it would have been cute had it worked the way I wanted it to work, but that's okay. It happens. Okay, so that's ready to go. Let me find my shaker fill. I'll be right back. Okay, so have that. Let me actually grab my powder tool just because these are like those weird little sequin things. I'm just going to kind of go around on the inside of that with it. And I'm going to go ahead and get the backing off, because once I put these down, it's going to be like, we're going to have to, they're going to be staticky. That's what I'm trying to say. Doesn't matter what you do to them, they're always staticky. I'm going to open that up so that it's laying totally flat. So these are just some little chunky glitter, apparently, is what they're calling it, from Michaels. And for a while there, they were getting all kinds of new ones in. Like every time I go in there, there'd be different ones. And then lately, there hasn't been any. I'm kind of disappointed because they were really stepping up their game with this. Okay, so there we go. We're just going to pour a little pile of them right there in the middle. We don't need to get too crazy with this. And since this doesn't really have a right way or a wrong way, we are just going to get down here on the end and just kind of roll it down. Okay, and then press around your edges. I've got like a tiny bit of foam tape hanging out the one corner here for some reason. There we go. All right. So how cool does that look? Okay, let me find my sentiment I was going to use for this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I stamped my sentiment, and I kind of want to give this the same look as the card itself. So I am just coming in here and tearing. And I know that not everybody can do this and make it look good. That is exactly the look I was going for. In fact, I'm going to actually kind of crunch it a little. Like so. And that's how it's going on the card. So let me find like the tail end of my tiny black pop dots. Because for some reason I can't. I know I've got more of the small ones. Don't know where. Can't find them. Okay. And there we go. All done. So we've got a shaker, because you knew I wasn't going to get through this without a shaker card of some kind, with our nice little slash marks, and that's it. Check back again next week for another Halloween project, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!